We have a lot of young leaders that are coming up from the streets of Oakland, unlikely heroes, people who are incredibly resilient in the face of every horror a young person can experience, violence and jail and not having proper parenting and drugs and all of it. There's a model of collective leadership that's also happening at the grassroots where people are coming together across sectors and figuring out how can we work together? What skills do you have? What skills do you have? What can we put together and almost like puzzle pieces create solutions to some of our problems in urban areas?
I love you, Planet Earth.
We're going to find new leadership emerging in East Oakland and Brixton in the UK and Oslo, Norway, in the slums of Xiaolin.
For communication to happen is probably one of the best ways to transcend the differences that we have.
Anybody freestyle? Oh, I know you do. Yep. Come up and freestyle with me. I'll drop a beat for you.
And so creating a way for youth to become more back in touch with the earth is really crucial.
The movements we do connect with the earth. That's why we always go to the floor first, and then we slowly go into what we call the circle. It's connected to this because it's healthy, it's productive, and they all connect.
We got the permission from the owner of the land to have the children plant a garden there. And they started to realize that this is an art, that planting food and eating from your labor like that can bring forth a certain kind of transformation and healing.
I asked the gardener, why do you have these fava beans? And they said it helps the plants grow more better.
Attempting to live right, we carry the seeds of future generations in our DNA, waiting their turn for life. So how shall we leave this place and what shall we gift our children? I have no answers, only questions, a tongue full of spirit and two hands for building.
From the Mumbai slums to the Songhai home, out of poverty becomes the Bob Marley of wealth, teacher of internal health. Freedom song beyond the heathen thrones, liberation from condition which deny own liberation. Hotels, barracks, prisons, motels, attacks, pistons. This land is our land, this land is our land. From the South Polar to the Himalayan boulders, we can't know the stars without knowing who we are, knowing who we are, knowing who we are. Knowing who we are, shaded like our money sunglasses. Methods that won't help us see the one love massive.
We had not only a historical racial analysis of racist oppression, but we also had a class analysis. And we understood that it was not just black Americans who were oppressed. And that laid the foundation for us to create coalitions with 34 different organizations across the United States of America. To me, your ideas and your beliefs and your understanding as much as possible must correspond correctly to reality as much as possible.
We can talk about coming together, but there's a lot of folks that don't like that. And they work real hard to destroy that. And to me, I think that's something we don't talk about. And not to put it in a negative, but I think if we love each other, I don't know what the solution is. We really have to work on that communication and respect for one another and be mindful of the people that are in the back of the room that always want to pull us down. And ask ourselves, well, why are you in the back of the room trying to pull us down when all of us are trying to come up? What's this all about? And that's something to think about for me.
There's this zone that you can tap into, and I'm sure everybody in this room knows it. And that zone, that space, that essence, that is when you open your crown to let that portal come through and let the ancestors come through you, I give my life to that. And if I can take that channel and be of service to my community, that is my passion.
How do we get out and do some good work for the earth and feed ourselves and have a good time? So how can we do all those three things, right? Because we can dance, we can do our thing, we can get down, we know how to do music, you know? But one thing I want to ask you is, how do you engage with the earth? How do you engage with where your food comes from? Because often our food is just coming from, you know, McDonald's or you know, Burger King or something like that. And then it tastes good, but then by the time we're walking home, we're like...
Remember how we talked about some stuff last time as far as why we bring music into the garden and why we bring arts and stuff like that? What?
When plants hear positive things, they grow faster, but when they hear negative things, it makes them more weaker.
So true.
That's very true. Actually, that's scientifically proven. Not that we need the science to know. Because it's like when you hear a really beautiful song, then what?
Happy.
You want to go get freaky on the dance floor, right? No? I know I do.
I know I do.
Not the 70s.
Not the
60s. No, 70s was go get jiggy.
Okay, all right.
Get down with the boogie oogie.
The boogie oogie.
Get funky.
Get funky.
My name is Michael Scott, and I'm the principal at Explore College Preparatory Middle School, and I'm here witnessing the great work that young people are doing around gardening and around agricultural interests. I'm glad to see them getting their hands dirty and understanding that right here in their own communities they can grow food that is healthy for themselves. So as opposed to coming to school with bags of hot chips and whatever other kinds of stuff that they tend to feed themselves with, it's just very rewarding to see them embracing the concept of natural food, food that's going to be good for their bodies and for their spirits. Healthy stuff every day, or not every day, but frequently. I walk through the cafeteria trying to encourage students to eat an apple, eat an orange with your pizza, and it's very often a struggle. But I think getting students this close to the agricultural piece that they're doing right now, the stuff that they're planning, is going to go a long way to changing the way they think.